Coming up, I was always a funny guy. I had to be funny because I graduated high school, 97 pounds, like 5'4". You know, chicks wasn't really checking for me, so I had to try to laugh him into the sack. But I've always been, like, if I'm in a room, I'm probably going to be, if not the funniest person, one of the funniest people.
Coming all the way out of D.C., give it up for Donnell Rawlings. Come on. What up, D? I'm rich, bitch!
My name is Donnell Rawlings, a.k.a. Ash Larry, a.k.a. Black Santa, a.k.a. Ash the God, a.k.a. I'm broke, bitch. And what I do is evoke emotion and humor into everyday life situations and make people happy just to be happy. Barack Obama all day, every day. When you come to a Donnell Rawlings show, you can expect to laugh. You can expect to get your mind stimulated. You know, most of my stuff is observational comedy. You know, a little twist, kind of exaggerates. I just kind of exaggerate the daily truths that we all experience, and I bring it to you where it's funny. You know, I'm not like knock knock who's there guy, but you know, I say 60% of the stuff that I do is stuff that I thought about prior to going on stage, and I try to leave my brain open for 40% to be improv, because you never know which direction the white chick's going to take you.
You ever get mad at a Chinese motherfucker in a restaurant? You can't get really mad because when they curse, the shit sound cute. You know, you want to be mad, but you want to laugh at the same time. Chinese guys get mad. They're like, you are a dick sucker and the asshole licker. You lick the asshole inside. They don't say shut your mouth, like you shut the mouth. Shut the fucking mouth.
Ana dos set net tasa yoso iblion.
That's really interesting. So where'd you pick up Korean?
In Korea. I was in the Air Force. I was a military police officer, and I used to work with Korean police officers, and you get bored after working 12 hours with somebody, and after a while you get curious about the person's cultures and their language, and you start trading off shit, and that's what happened. I'm conversation level. I know enough where I can order food and order a massage with a happy ending and not get gypped with either one. The service when I was in the military was an awesome experience. You know, I went in the military when I was 17. Originally, I wanted to be an architect, but I thought that was too much schooling, so I said maybe I'll be a carpenter. But I kept beating myself and I kept hitting my thumb with the hammer, so that wasn't a good job. I didn't want to be like, you know, some lowlife that's not doing anything after high school, no college, no nothing. So I said, what I did, what a lot of African Americans and Puerto Ricans do, they join the military to try to get some stability in their life. After I got out of the military, I was waiting to be a police officer for DC Police Academy. During that process, I used to be head of security for a chain called Safeway. It's kind of popular in this area. And I used to go to comedy clubs with some of my friends. And I was a heckler. And I became a professional heckler. And the club owner wanted me to be quiet. So he asked if I go on stage. I went on stage, and I've been telling jokes 14 years after that. So that's the start of it. And it won't be the end of it. That was the start of how I started doing comedy.
Then when you don't understand them, they look like they get ready to start crying. You are shut the mouth. No talk. Shut the mouth. White talk. Shut the mouth.
The most traveling I did was through comedy. When I was in the Air Force, the only place I went to Korea, and I went to Germany, and I was stationed at Bolton Air Force Base. So most of my massage parlor experiences came through stand-up comedy.
And finally, from these very projects, local legend Ashy Larry. Why do they call him Ashy Larry? Well, there's your answer.
Ashy Larry, Marcy Projects. Marcy, son, what?
A lot of people think that because Dave is black and I'm black, Dave's from D.C., I'm from D.C., that was my introduction to the show. But one of his co-writers, Neil Brennan, was doing In Living Color auditions. He was like a production assistant for In Living Color years ago. He was working behind the camera. He thought I was funny. And 7 years from the time I first met him, he wrote Half Baked with Dave and had a lot of scripts that were optional. He made a lot of money, but he wasn't director or anything. So he wrote a one-man little script, and he reached out to my manager, and he was like, you think Donnell would want to do this? And I was like, okay. I didn't know the dude was already rich, so I was like, I know you can't afford to pay me, but if you're ever in a situation where you can throw me a bone, do it. Never think I was going to hear from him. 4 months after that, he called me and said, I'm working on the show, and what's the name of the show? He was like, I don't know the name of the show, but I'm like, you know, I'm working on the show, and if we get it, I'm down. The show was Chappelle's Show, and that was the beginning of my involvement on the Chappelle Show.
That man is dry and Kunta Kinte's ankle.
Come on, let's go. I stole this money on my girl purse. She think I'm out emptying the trash.
Working on the Chappelle Show, that was one of the best jobs I ever had. It was only one of the only jobs where you could work 17 hours and you were laughing just as hard at the beginning of the show as you were after the show. You know, Dave is like an equal opportunist. He wasn't like a guy that, you know, had this huge ego where he wouldn't let you test your comedic know-how. He would just really let you get open. And pretty much whatever you could add to a scene or the script or to what's going on in that moment, he'd let you do it. So, you know, a little upset that we're not doing the show anymore because not too often you get a chance to work with people like that. But, you know, more power to him. God bless him and his family. And hopefully one day we'll reconnect and do some amazing work.
I'm about to go from ashy to classy.
Ooh, and just like that, Ashy Larry is eliminated. Ouch.
She gonna kill me. Keisha gonna kill me.
Larry, what the fuck are you doing?
I was emptying the trash.
And that better not be the money out my goddamn...
Acting for me is more challenging. I think I'm more natural to stand-up. You know, I could do stand-up with my eyes closed, but with acting, it's just something, it's hard to build that intimacy between the camera. And that's the whole part of acting, just make believe. But stand-up, that's my forte. I have a lot of fun doing it. Acting is the one that really frightens me. So anytime I feel fear of anything, I challenge it. So acting is the one that makes me nervous, but I enjoy doing the most. My future goals are to stay black and die. Hopefully be a part of the process, put African-American guy in the White House. And, you know, love my family, praise the Lord, keep it real, smoke weed, and every so often have sex with some blonde-haired chicks with really long legs. I just like to say, 안녕하세요. 내가 형님 독독해. 나 폰말로 안돼 천말로 괜찮아요. 여보세요, 여보세요, 여보세요. 이리 와. money 입소 가르쳐기. money 입소 합시다. 하이쿠 멍청이.
Do we need a translation?
I think your Korean fan base will respond by text, and then they could explain to you exactly what I said.
Beautiful.
But it had something to do with me using my penis in a professional manner. This is Donnell Rawlings, and you're watching Real Black. Real Black. I'm broke, bitch!